All right, and how you doing, man?
We are live,
We
dear.
are
Well,
live.
happy Easter, Brent. Happy Good Friday.
Yes, happy Good Friday.
What
Uh,
I
hmm?
forget what day is the Easter Bunny supposed to come?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Yes, Sunday. The Easter Bunny will come on Sunday. Easter Bunny is magic. Easter Bunny comes no matter what.
No matter what's happening in the
No
world,
matter what's happening in the world, the Easter Bunny does not know how to social distance. Actually, sorry, that's true. The Easter Bunny really knows how to social distance because you never see the Easter Bunny.
mm-hmm.
Pops in, pops out. I'm sure has Lysoled all the chocolate.
So the Easter Bunny comes down the chimney, right?
Yeah, yeah. So now give me the link.
So
For
link.
those who might be watching right now, we're trying something different. Arthur will explain in a second.
Yes. Once I try to do 5 different things at once. All right. So there is the link for the video. So we had a thought that when going live, and we're still very new to this whole live stream thing. There can be a couple of issues that come up. There can be a bit of a delay in terms of we go live and we know that we've got, our tens of thousands of fans, millions of followers out there who are eager to come and join us. But perhaps it takes a little bit of time to find the link, to get into the live stream, or maybe, maybe you were in the middle of making a coffee and so you missed the beginning. And so what we're going to start doing is at 11:08, Brent and I are going to turn on the live stream, and we're just going to sit here and we're just going to kind of banter a little bit, talk about our lives. It might be really, really boring, but that's okay because I'm sure you're going to want to join in. But it's just going to be a time just to kind of chit chat, catch up, very light, informal, and this will give people time to just come and join and trickle in, before we really get started. And the other thing as well that we can do is from the live stream, we can actually send out invites to people that we know. So it gives us a chance to kind of catch up, and to all the amazing friends and family who are here to support us. We can send out a quick invite. So for anybody who's maybe having a bit of trouble finding the link to come and join us, this will send you a notification straight to Facebook.
Now, on that, Mark, we're going to start soon. My experiment with this has failed because I can't figure out how to share or invite people. I've added it to my Facebook post just to make it a little bit easier from the Facebook post, but
Sure.
we're going to have to test this out.
Well, I can run you through it because this may actually be valuable for other people who want to run a live stream and want to know how to do it as well. So do you want me to run you through it, Brent?
Yeah, actually, let's go live, like officially live first.
Okay.
Can we do the official live first?
Here, wait, let me just
It's 11:11.
I'll send you an invite, Brent.
It's 11:12. Oh no.
Time to go. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to go live, even if we're not quite ready for it. We are live with COVID Marketing, the show to support small biz, not just to survive, but to thrive. Week daily at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions on marketing, business, or, well, whatever, let us know in the comments wherever you find folk are watching this. I'm president of Kobayashi Zeitgeist, and my name is Brent Kobayashi, and we're a marketing agency in Toronto, Canada. Arthur,
What's going on,
welcome.
Brent? So yes, so we're now officially live.
Officially live, yes. We are unofficially, we were pre-live before.
Pre-live, now we're live, and then eventually we'll be post-live. It's all a very complicated existence.
Yeah, yes, it is getting,
I think
very layered.
As long as we have licorice tea, we will be good.
Well, I'm going to have myself a licorice tea right after this because you've inspired me. It's one of my favorites. I'm doing a little bit of a sip of extra coffee right now. I really shouldn't be doing this because sometimes when I get too excited about these things, I start drinking a little bit too much coffee because I just really love the feeling of coffee. I love the ritual of coffee. It's not really quite the good idea. So it's just a little bit. And but yes, then I'm going to switch over to tea.
I know I've had too much coffee when I start like shaking a little bit.
You get the buzz. Yeah.
So do you want me to run you through quickly how to invite people into the live stream?
Yeah.
All right.
So if you're running a show like this, which you should be getting going because we want you to show up for this world, because the world needs us, needs everybody, every one of us. And this is one way that you can show up and kind of express your talents.
Actually, I'm just thinking, you know what I could do here? I can share my screen and I'll just run you through it from my screen.
Do it. Okay, go for it.
Again, one of the beauties of Zoom and what you can do here. All right. So Brent, do you see this fantastic business page here?
Oh my goodness, what a fantastic business page.
So we're in Facebook right now, obviously, and we're in the Kobayashi and Zeitgeist Facebook business page. And so this is where the live stream goes to. It's one of the places, also on YouTube, and will eventually be on LinkedIn. But so from here, see down in the video section, it's got this nice live icon here to tell us we got a live video going right now. And when I load that up, it shows the live video. I still need to figure out why when it goes live it says my name here. Still need to figure out why
you're trying to take over. Like you're on day 2. You're on official day 2, and you're already trying to take over things.
That's right.
Actually, you've been trying to take over things from day negative. What would it be? We're on episode 16, so that we day negative 14. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I just
Go for
want
it.
my name to be everywhere. But so from here, here's our live stream. And well, I'm gonna pause the video so that we don't get a live stream in the live stream. It's just gonna get very confusing. Now right here, there's this invite friends to watch. And so quite simply, just click the button and all of my amazing friends here, friends, family, all the people I know, love, support, show up here and can just boom, 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 send invite, get them in, invite my sister in too. And then as well, there's more people you can search for if they don't show up on this list.
Gotcha. So my screen was a little bit different from the link you gave me.
Hey, look, Brent is watching now. Look at that, it's working.
Gotcha.
So that makes sense. So do you get a notification like on the bell on your Facebook? Do you get a notification like Arthur invited you to come watch?
Yes. Okay. I got so much stuff happening. So much stuff is going on right now. I hear noises from different places. I hear myself from the past. So just a little super quick tip from me with the link that you gave me. Just right now? Okay. Oh my gosh. Can you?
Is the video playing? Yeah, I'd say find the video and just pause that.
Aha. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, the video starts auto playing. So as we're here trying to do the live stream, there's like a 3-second delay. So there's a 3-second delayed live stream, and then that starts playing. It gets very confusing very quickly.
Okay, so what I had to do when you gave me the link right to the video is I had to maximize it because the right side was not showing for me. So once I maximized it, it gave me something similar to what you're showing me, and I can comment on it, I can share it, and I can share it to my story. It's not letting me scroll down. I'm sure I can probably, send in Messenger. I can actually send it to people.
Okay.
That's what I've got. There might be more, but it's actually not visible on the screen. Really strange. Interesting.
Okay. But so are you from your end, are you able to invite more people as well?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Why don't you talk a little bit? Maybe, hold on, let me pause that. Let me share. Were you doing a Facebook invite, or were you doing a send a messenger invite? I'm curious.
Mine just says invite friends to watch. And when I clicked it, it just gave me a list of friends. And so I sent them invites.
Gotcha. And that's not what's showing on mine.
You get a different one?
Interesting. I actually get a different one.
Ooh. Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. So
actually, before we do that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Yana for being brave and coming to join us on this live stream.
Yana, you're VIP number 6.
I'm losing track at this point. So many VIPs now on this show.
I am not losing track. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. All right. So very quickly. So this is what I see normally, like with the link that you sent me.
And sorry, what was the link that I sent you?
It looked to me to be the same one that you were actually having in your. So you want me to go back to Kobayashi Zeitgeist?
Yeah, let's just go to the beginning.
Let's go back to the beginning. This is going to be here. So we're going to go to facebook.com/Kobayashi Zeitgeist. Okay. And see, this is different than yours. I'm actually looking at it from the back end. Like,
do you have a different Facebook?
Yes. Interesting, huh? I think it's maybe because I'm the owner. I'm not looking at it as if I were a user.
Okay, but so if you go to your list of videos, because there should be a video somewhere here.
All right, let's go down. Not there.
Actually, wait, where it said home.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was home and then there was a drop down for more.
Here's a live.
That looks like it. Actually, if you just click on that video, look at that, 4 viewers right now.
Holy, this is our most popular one.
Maybe it's just because it's Good Friday and everybody's home from their day of being at home.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's right. It must be because it's a stat holiday and everybody's at home now. That's why we're getting so popular.
That's right.
Okay.
But yeah, so do you have where those 3 dots are above that, do you have like an invite?
No invite there. I have a share. Or I can share posts, send a messenger. Yep. Share on a friend's timeline, share to a page.
It's weird that you don't have a direct invite.
Interesting, isn't it? Very different. We have different, we're actually in different, we're in parallel universes.
We are in.
This is finally scientific proof of the many worlds theorem.
One more question. If you go up higher, there's a plus button, there's a messenger, there's a bell button.
Yeah.
What do those do?
All right. Those are for creating pages. These are for my messenger notifications, the notification or messenger, and then notifications. This is my stuff, right? My notifications. And then troubleshooting live. This is me.
Weird.
Oh, right.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's that. So yeah. So
okay, I'm gonna stop sharing now.
So
okay.
So live streaming live and handling the issues as they come up here.
Yeah, just rolling with it.
And I mean, I guess this is part of life, right?
Yep.
Of just being able to work with things as they come up on the fly and the whole time pretend like you knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, this is actually a part of our little bit of a comedy sketch. Let us know if you like the new format. It's called Secondhand Embarrassment. So you're embarrassed for us and you laugh, right? It's the Office. It's very similar to The Office. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least that's what we're going for.
We'll have to like assign characters, I think.
Yeah, okay. Can I be Michael? I don't know if I want to be Michael. I could be Michael. I think I could be Michael.
Could I be Pam?
Oh, fuck, you got Pam. Damn, you got Pam. Oh, of course. Everybody wants to be Pam. I would want to be. Yes. She's the best. Love Pam. Yeah. All right. So, geez, we are burning through this one.
It's been good. Well,
okay. So let's just go to like everybody who's watching, all 2, 3, 4, or whatever it is. One thing you want to be doing and always doing, but doing right now because things are changing so much, is just going and doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to learn so much. You're going to work through so much judgment and shame and whatever it is that comes up for you, because a lot of us have learned to not just do things, to be like, uh-oh, there are consequences if I do things and I get it wrong. And those are consequences I don't like, and therefore I want to avoid them. And you slowly stop doing things.
Mm-hmm.
And you just start doing the safe things. And then you have a limit and a ceiling. And right now there's no freaking limit or ceiling. Just go for it.
Well, so I have a little story on that right now that would probably be good to share here.
All right.
So I've got a friend of mine, and she's a yoga teacher, right? And so she's been feeling really stressed with this whole COVID situation because she's under lockdown right now. And really what she wants to do is to get out and to teach people and to do yoga and to be there in person and to make that happen, right? So she's been really frustrated that she can't do that. So I gave her an idea. I was like, well, why don't you record a bunch of videos? We'll put them up on Facebook. We can boost them, put a few dollars behind them. Just be a simple video of you doing some yoga. Don't have to overthink it. And share it with all the, I don't know, the local moms in the area who are just feeling also kind of stressed out and isolated and would just love to see a nice yoga video or something, right?
Yep.
Just something to kind of calm down and relax. And so I shared this idea with her, and she was like, "Well, I like the idea, but I suggested, I was like, why don't you make 5 videos, right, and put them out?" She's like, "Oh, 5 videos? It sounds like a lot of work." And then I realized, I was like, wait. I can't tell her to do something if I'm not going to do it myself. So afterwards, I sat down and I recorded 5 videos for myself. And I'm just going to say right now, these videos, they're terrible. Like I did them all in one take. It's me just talking to my camera. I'm kind of rambling. I'm a little bit awkward. The videos aren't great. But the point is that I just sat down and I just did it. I stopped making excuses about like, oh, I don't have the right camera. I don't have the right lighting. It takes a lot of time. I don't have the right space. I don't have the studio set up. Like all of those excuses, all of that bullshit. I just let that go. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit down. I'm not going to move until I finish recording 5 videos. And it was good to get a little bit taste of my own medicine.
Yeah. So a couple of things on that. I love that you did it right away. So you can actually feel it, right? Because all of us can say, oh, you should do this. But until you do it, it's just advice, right? It is just like, you can get that she would feel uncomfortable because we can feel uncomfortable, but you should still do this, right? The other thing to remember, and this is a few things, because we actually had a client come to us. I said, you need to, like, they were doing like a podcast, like, and it was all just voice. They were doing a webinar and they weren't going visual. And I said, you need to do this visually, like record everybody. And say, well, the production values aren't going to be, there. They're kind of a larger organization. And I was like, I actually want to quote Andres Pone. Hopefully we're going to have him on our podcast. He's actually a branding expert. And he said, I loved it. Everybody knows that you didn't happen to self-isolate in a production studio.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the best time ever to start sharing. And I love that you're suggesting putting a boost. If you're a yoga instructor, put a boost on your videos, hyper locally, $5, $10 a day. We're doing it. We're experimenting with this, and just connect with the people around you. Mm-hmm. Right? It is the thing to do right now, is to connect with everybody out there and share your gifts. Because people out there, I mean, if you were to ask her, do you think yoga could help people staying at home? What do you think her answer would be?
Be a definite yes.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm doing this. I love doing this. I love how it makes me feel. I love how it makes other people feel. That's why I trained to become an instructor. love it. So show up, be terrible in your opinion, but remember, terrible in your opinion is very different from terrible in somebody else's opinion. And the delta, like, first of all, if somebody's much better, most like at it and they've got the camera, most of them are going to say, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't say good for you, they're just working through something. And it's kind of sad, and, you know, give them some love and all this stuff and thank you very much, but say, thank you very much. That's not for me. I don't need that energy, whatever it is. But a lot of people are going to be looking at it and says, wow, you're on video. I wish I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And by you kind of doing it, kind of like, I don't know, this isn't quite working out. And then maybe even doing it the next day. Hey, I got a new mic. This is what I'm figuring out, but still doing it. Then another person watching is going to say, well, you know what? That person seems kind of like me. And there are a lot of kind of like me people out there for all of us, right? There's some people that are kind of like me. Some people are kind of like you. And you're going to be like, they're going to find the inspiration in you or in me and in your friend. And they're like, maybe I can do this.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
that's what being vulnerable. I mean, getting up in front of a camera is being vulnerable for many, for most. And that's what it does. It creates space for other people to do this stuff and to show up and to grow and to make this world a better place.
Yeah. Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there, because I think sometimes when production values are too polished, it creates, there's too much of a distance, right? It's like that person seems so far away. But to be vulnerable, to be real, to just use your phone and record something, somebody might be like, wow, it becomes relatable.
Yeah. Just quickly, it all depends on what you're doing, right? Like if you are creating Star Wars, Gary Vee was saying this one right the other day. If you're creating Star Wars, you need to have high production values because that's what Star Wars is. But not even anymore if you're creating TV. TV shows actually work to feel like they're lowering production values. That's what I remember watching Homicide, and the camera was shaky and the production, and they had to work hard to make it look low production value. Right? So, and that's what all of the reality TV shows were as well, to say, listen, we're going to get rid of all of the production values. You know, also Big Brother is like, and yeah, there's different kinds of production values there, but by all means, go lo-fi.
Because people want to see real. It's more relatable.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was going to say too, just to wrap up this point as well, is I don't know, to go back to the yoga example, right? There might be some like world-class yoga instructors that have like a beautiful studio, and they've got the plants and they've got the light, and maybe they've got a dog in there, whatever it might be. But they're not right around the corner, right? To like the person who's watching it, right? If they see a video come up on their Facebook and it's like, oh, hey, I'm just around the corner at the metro, the metro station that we both go to. I live near there and I'm in the neighborhood. Suddenly, again, you're relatable because you're in the community, you're nearby. It's like, oh, the person watching is now like, oh, I can support somebody local, or I can, this person feels more real because they're here.
Yeah, I mean, it all goes down. I mean, marketing and business offerings always are what's in it for the client, right? What's going on there? They're making a choice. It can be local and I want to support you and all of that stuff. Absolutely. It also can be, I want to go somewhere eventually and you are here. I do not want to fly to Australia to go to this top yoga person, maybe one day, but yoga is a practice. I want to go on a regular basis and it doesn't fit my schedule. So what's in it for me? Somebody local who I like, who I've sort of seen. In fact, the best thing in the world, and I actually shared this with an old friend. I used to have an old beat up car, right? And it was slowly starting to rust. And I remember somebody saying, you've got to get rid, and it had my logos across it, right?
Was this the Ladybug?
This is the Ladybug van, but this is pre-Ladybug van. So I just had logos on it. And I just said, that's not a problem. The best thing in the world is a story arc. So if somebody sees you and your beat up car, don't worry about it. They may or may, that might be a clue. They might not purchase from you right away or anything else like that. But as you keep that connection going and that relationship going over years, when you get your nice new Tesla or you do whatever with your beat up old lady van and make it something super cool, hashtag ladybug van, everybody should look it up, in all of the platforms, except TikTok. It wasn't around back then. I'll add some, see if I can add some onto TikTok. And as that happens, all of a sudden, the person knew you when you did your first 5 videos.
Yeah.
The person knew you when, and they're like, that's awesome. If you keep on going, at some point, you're going to pick up what you do really well. And then the people that you've been connecting with for a very long time, they're going to be, wow, I knew that when. And the fact that it wasn't really that, the fact that you could see a gap from where you were and where you could see other people are at isn't so important. I think that's our show. I mean, I know we had some other stuff we wanted to dig into. We can do that on Monday. I actually really like some of the stuff that you're bringing forward when we're doing our little chit chat prior to it. But I think that's the show. I think actually we're becoming lying liars because we're going past 15 minutes.
It's because our 15 minutes has very quickly turned into 25. The one last thing I just want to say though is that I feel that the whole story of your ladybug van and the whole ladybug in general, the phenomenon, for anybody who doesn't know, around the office and just everywhere in the logo, there's ladybugs. I think this is something that as we move into the future, there's the ladybug glasses. As we move into the future, I think a lot of people would love to know more of the story of what's the deal with these ladybugs.
Yeah, actually, let's definitely dig into it because it's actually a story of my philosophy in brand and all that stuff conflicting with like expert philosophy from years and years, like people that have been in the business forever. And I'm just like, that it doesn't work that way. So it's a little bit of a push pull. It's different viewpoints, and I'll be very glad to share that because I actually have a different viewpoint than some at least do in the marketing and branding world, at least in the design world. Let's put it that way. And the ladybug is kind of cornerstone to that. Okay, yeah, so a little bit of future pacing. What's going to be happening next week? We're going to get into the ladybug story. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be interesting. Or at least, I don't know, it's going to be secondhand embarrassment to go with our office theme.
It's the theme, right?
It's the theme, yes.
So we'll be back on Monday?
Monday, yep.
Beauty.
Monday at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time for COVID marketing, helping small businesses not just to survive, but to thrive.
Here we go. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody.
See you Monday.